Hey everyone, cool new feature release that we've got coming out for Resio right now, which is our ability to do price adjustments on a fixed price project. So what this allows us to do is round out prices on fixed price projects without having to add additional cost lines or cost details to a project. That way, if we have some weird numbers like the project that we have here, or if we need to pad the price a little bit, we're able to make those adjustments. So I've got an example project here that I'm working on. This is a large project that I've got a whole bunch of cost lines on, and I specifically have my markup and tax rates set so that they're on the builder's fee cost code because the price adjustment is going to use that same profit designated cost code when we're creating these. So in this instance, before I lock the estimate, I'm going to go to the price adjustment tab here. And I'm going to say in this instance, I want to round this project out to, let's say, 1,000,003 in this case, or 1.3 million. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. I'm adding a lot of money in on this one. It's really up to you to determine what those numbers look like for you. But I'm adding 279,000, or sorry, 27,000 and change of price adjustment here. And I can see specifically what that price adjustment number is here. And I'm going to X out here. And I've now rounded out the price of this project to 1.3 million. And I've got all that additional builder profit that I've baked in there. What I can now do is go ahead and actually lock the estimate for this. And then when I navigate over to the budget for this project, I'm going to see at the bottom here, or it's actually not at the bottom, it's up here a little bit further. I've got my builder's fee, which is that cost code I was referencing, and I've got that customer price adjustment line that's been added here. As you can see, there's nothing designated here on the builder costs side because there's not a builder cost associated with this. But if I scroll over to the right, you'll be able to see that that additional $279,000 that I've added in is going to show up on the profit summary and the price summary side because those are only being added into the customer price of the project. So they're only being considered as profit. The really nice thing about this is that when I go to generate, for example, an invoice and do a by percentage invoice, it is still including that customer price adjustment in that capability. So I can have, my customer price adjustment here. I can do a percentage invoice or an invoice in full, and I can collect that difference. And it's all broken out as part of the project. I can break it out by line, or I can wrap it into the total price of the project. So it's not pulling it out from somewhere else. The other nice thing about this feature is that when I do things like customer selections or change orders, that customer price adjustment is not being deducted from. It's essentially an amount of money that's been set that's being added on. So if I have a $1.3 million project like I have here that's got that $279,000 customer price adjustment, if I then do a change order for another $10,000, that change order is just adding on top. It's not making up the difference between the two or anything like that. So it allows you to set a flat fee for that price adjustment and not have to worry about whether it's deducting from it or something like that. So it's a really great tool to round out or create nice numbers or add additional profit buffering in your project. And this is specifically for fixed price projects in Resio. So a really cool feature that we've rolled out. If you have any questions about it or want to dig into more details, of course, please feel free to reach out to our support team or your customer success manager. Thanks.